家好，欢迎来到豆花二人组，我是山云。今天我们要来读《Dr. King's Memorial》这本书，我们开始了。Introduction: A memorial in Washington, D.C. honors Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The memorial has a large sculpture of Dr. King and famous words that he said. The time is always right to do what is right. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Who was Dr. King, and why do we remember him? Dr. King was a great leader. He wanted equal rights for all people, no matter their race or color. The South. Dr. King grew up in Georgia, a state in South, in the 1930s. Racism was common in South, and many laws were unfair to black people. The laws kept black people and white people separate from each other. Black children had to go to different schools from white children. Black children had to use different drinking fountains than white people. Laws said black people had to sit at the back of the city buses. The front seats were only for white people. Black people also rode in different railroad cars than white people. Black people weren't allowed to use the same restrooms as white people. Dr. King's work. Dr. King wanted the unfair laws to change. He wanted the laws to treat people of all races equally. He talked to many people about how to change the laws. Hate will never end hate. Only love will end hate. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Dr. King wanted to use peaceful ways to make changes. He said there was already too much hate in the world to use violence. Do you know, Rosa Parks would not give up her seat at the front of a bus in 1955. She was arrested. People around the country heard about it. Her courage helped change the unfair laws. Dr. King and other leaders marched with many people as a peaceful way to fight racism. They hoped to get the unfair laws changed. They also protested racism by peacefully refusing to follow the unfair laws. For example, they held sit-ins. They sat at dinner counters where only white people were allowed to sit. Refusing to move, some people were arrested by the police, including Dr. King. New laws. Dr. King and other leaders worked hard for years. In 1964, the government changed the unfair laws. The new laws were fairer. It is now against the law to treat people differently because of their race. Black children and white children can go to the same schools. Everyone can sit where they want on buses and trains and in restaurants. The same water fountains and restrooms can be used by every race. Dr. King's dream. Dr. King wanted all people to be free under the law. He wanted laws that were fair to everyone. He dreamed that people of every color would get along. Today, the laws are fair, but there is still work to be done. I cannot do great things. I can do small things in a great way. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. When people visit his memorial, they remember Dr. King and his dream of fair laws and free people. They carry on his work. Thanks, please read all this. 谢谢大家聆听我读这一本书。我希望大家还可以再听多一点我念的，就是那个网站 Reading SC 的书。所以下次见哦，记得要按赞、点击铃铛，拜拜。